more comfortable around white people in England, okay? Because people say, here's a statement I'll say. People say England is a racist country. I wholeheartedly disagree, and I really think people need to open their eyes if you think, or travel more if you think England is a racist country. England is not a racist country
Compared to
at
what's
all.
out there, innit?
Compared to, well, what's the scale for racism? How do you judge racism? There's no way to judge it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
There's zero way to judge racism. And if I was to use common sense, I'd say England is probably the least racist country on the planet. You can get arrested. Like if a white man came up to us and called us niggers, he could get arrested. In America, he couldn't get arrested.
Yeah, so I don't see why people think it's racist. I don't know. Me personally, I don't know. I'm so like, I'm so tapped out of like this whole racism thing. Like it's fucked to say, yeah. But if somebody was racist, like to me, depending on who, like if a random person on the street said something racist to me, I might laugh. I might actually just find that shit funny, bro. Because some of the like, there's a lot of comedians out there that are making like racist like jokes, innit?
Yeah.
What's the difference to that to then actual? Is it because like maybe there's more like?
But here's the thing though. Deep down, I see like racist jokes. Someone making like a black racist joke. I know it's a joke, but deep down, it's like it rubs me the wrong type of way.
Nah, bro, that shit is fucking hilarious.
Swear.
When they can, bro, when a white person can tap into like our culture and make jokes about how we are in our culture, it makes me laugh, bro.
Here's the thing.
It makes me realize, oh shit, like we are actually like that, you know. Where we actually do that kind of shit. Like I find it so funny, bro.
Oh, them kind of meme things.
Yeah, like when they like
when you go into a party full of black people.
Nah, not like. In fact, yeah, kind of, yeah. But like something like, oh, what's a good one? There's this guy. I don't know his name. I wouldn't even class him as white. Like he's I think he's Hispanic. I don't know. I forgot the.
I think I know you're
name.
talking about on TikTok.
Yeah. He's funny as hell, and he makes a lot of black jokes, bro. And that shit's hilarious.
I'd argue he maybe only gets away with it to that extent because he's Hispanic.
You think?
And not white. Bare Hispanic people in America say nigger.
Yeah, that's a good point. What's your view on that? I don't know. If I'm honest, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, I really don't care. Like,
but let's get back on track though. On track. What we're saying about England not being a racist country. I really think it is the least racist country in the world. I mean, look at the bloody Prime Minister. The Prime Minister's Indian, bro. Or Indian or Sri Lankan, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure he's Indian. The country has an Indian Prime Minister, okay? The country has the MP of my area is black. What's her name again? Dawn Butler, you know her, innit? Yeah, the MP in my area is black.
This one's gone. This one's dead, I think.
Yeah, that's calm. That doesn't matter. That one can go. In America, okay, in the United States, the closest thing they've had to an ethnically diverse president was Obama, and he's black. You could argue he's African American. African Americans are American. They're literally American.
Yeah.
Like
African American, yeah.
They literally like. Here's the difference between us and America as well. Like, if you ask a black person in the UK what country they're from, they will never say I'm from England, unless we would call them whitewashed. If they said that, which I don't think is an issue. But if you ask a black person in the UK where they're from, like for example, where you from, bro? What country you from?
Ghana and Congo.
Exactly. You'd never say I'm from England, even though you were born here.
Yeah.
But in America, you ask an African American, what country you from? I'm American. What? I'm African American. It's bare confusing.
Yeah,
and when I first went to America, I noticed that, and I'm like, damn.
That's interesting still.
Like, you guys, African Americans, and a lot of politics, because our politics is, a lot of people in our political space, they observe America. They see the behavior of African Americans in America, and they equate that to us. When these lot have no identity. These guys are literally, these guys, I don't even know what African Americans are, bro. Like, they're just, they don't even know what country they originally come from. Like, us here, we will have a different attitude because there's a different attitude here because our parents have all come from other countries. So they've seen the difference in living standards. So the majority of immigrants who come here, they're just like, yep, I'm going to work my ass off, work hard, bro. Fuck that. Bang. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Honestly, I'm so tapped out of this. Like, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, bro. But like, I don't tap into politics. Like,
you know what? I'll say that's a good thing because people who get too ingrained into politics, when you're too focused on politics, you'll never ever be happy.
Yeah, no.
Unless you're making money off of it, it's different. But if you're literally, you live your life off of politics, you're like, yeah, look at these blacks again. Look at the black people fighting again. Yeah, are you really happy?
Bro, I'm so tapped out that if we were supposed to vote tomorrow, I wouldn't even know who to vote for.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, I know.
Even though voting means nothing these days anyway, we don't live in a democracy anymore. I mean, look at our last. How many prime ministers have we had? Who was it? Rishi Sunak. Who was before that? That Liz Truss. They weren't elected. They weren't elected by the British people. We didn't elect them. So we don't live in a democracy anymore. The Prime Minister of Ireland, I don't think he was elected either. The guy, the Prime Minister of Scotland or whatever they're called, the SNP party leader, I don't think he was elected either. We don't live in a democracy anymore. So voting doesn't mean anything. And then this goes on to the whole conspiracy theory where it's like, they want us to own nothing and be happy. And it's kind of coming into effect, I think. It's kind of surfacing up now. But you have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
Bro,
Bottom line,
honestly, I'm so tapped out, bro. Like, it's actually bad. Like, I've noticed it. Like, when I have conversations with people and they start getting into politics, yeah, I start to zone, bro. Like, I just don't know what they're talking about.
You need to try and understand it, bro. Like, at least have a basic understanding.
Why though? What? Okay, answer me this. Like, what will it change in my life if I understood?
It helps you plan for the future because you understand where the world is headed. For example, do you know what's happened with Brazil, China, Russia?
No.
Do you not? Have you heard of the BRICS organization? How they've all joined? Do you know? No. Okay, what's the world's reserve? What's the world's reserve currency? The world's reserve currency, the US dollar, bro. So you need to learn about how it used to be gold.
That's a draw out. Cut that shit out.
You need bro. Fuck that. You need to learn.
Cut that.
You should know this, bro.
Yo. Cut that shit out.
Okay, say that. But you see how gold used to be. Gold used to be the US dollar used to be backed by gold, and then I forgot what president it was who signed off on it. So the US dollar would no longer be backed by gold. So because the US dollar was already the reserve currency for the world, so the whole world basically is built off of US dollars. Okay, it's built off of US dollars. Yeah. US dollars are backed by fuck all now. So the world is backed by US dollars, and they printed 40% of all US dollars in circulation in the last 3 years. I think that's a fact. I'm pretty certain. So what Russia and China have done now is they've changed their reserve currency to the yuan. That's what they're trying to do. For example, they've started buying Saudi Arabia as well. They've started buying oil. They're going to buy oil and pay off debts, even to countries in Africa. This is affecting our countries as well. This is why you should be knowledgeable on it, bro. They're going to be paying their debts to Africa, to China, and they're going to do all the transactions with the Chinese yuan instead of the US dollar. And what makes currencies valuable? What makes currencies valuable is how much of it is there, how much value it has, if it's being used. Currencies need to be used for it to have value. Like I could make a crypto coin tomorrow, but if people aren't using it, it has no value. So, and the US dollar's inflation's already going crazy. They're already deflating them. They're deflating the inflation numbers so we don't panic. They're trying to say we're not in a recession by saying our GDP is going to go up in the next quarter, which is, they're probably going to fake that and make GDP is a scam anyway. It can be easily manipulated. If people, my economists know that. So that's what's happening with the world, and it's going to change the world. So my point was that being tapped into politics, you can understand what's happening with the world. Because my uncle always said this. He always said, from when I was like 8 years old, my uncle and my granddad, they would always say, you should learn Mandarin. You need to learn Chinese because you're going to be speaking Chinese in the future, everyone. The Chinese will take over. And it's happening now. It's literally happening before our eyes. Like, it's crazy. It's really ridiculous.
Maybe your family are time travelers.
Watching this clip on the Click It podcast. If you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel, Tankz. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Check out the podcast on all platforms. Check out the link in the description for everyone you saw in the clip. And yeah, subscribe. Bye. Bang. Click it.